sport of boxing once again is losing its credibility? That's my point.
It's time for the main event of the evening!
What's up, fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. It's your boy Big Will, and I'm back to talk this boxing, man. We got a big weekend coming up, man. Tomorrow night, it all goes down. WBO welterweight champion Terence Crawford will defend his title against two-time former welterweight champion Showtime Shawn Porter. This is it, man. This is the fight where everybody will find out if Terence Bud Crawford is what we thought he was, what he say he is, what his fans think he is. You know what I'm saying? It's time to turn on the light. It's time for the boogeyman to come up out the closet and show everybody just in fact who he is, man. This is a fight that the world has been anticipating since they started talking about it. We couldn't get Spence Crawford, so we got the next best thing. Porter Crawford versus Porter, man. And we all know it's going to be a good fight, man. It's going to be a knockout, drag out type of fight. I like Shawn Porter, man. Shawn Porter's a stand-up guy, man. It's hard to root against Shawn Porter because he's such a dog. He's going to bring it in the ring, man, and he's such a man outside of the ring. You know what I'm saying? You don't see him doing all the bullshit, clubbing, partying, acting a fool. He's just on his grown man shit. GMB, grown man business. You know what I'm saying? Grown man business. GMB, grown man business. And that's what we see Shawn Porter on, man. And it's hard to root against him. But in this fight here, man, I got to go with Terence Bud Crawford, man. I just think Crawford is, the better all-around fighter. I do think that, he can exploit some of Shawn Porter's weaknesses. Like, for instance, Shawn Porter likes to come in and lean with his face out. You know what I'm saying? He jumps right in there with his face out. He likes to get low. And I believe Terence Crawford will take advantage of that, man. Will take advantage of Shawn Porter being out of position. Shawn Porter is the type of fighter who, he does a lot of thinking in the ring. And I'm wondering, is Shawn Porter going to overthink things once he get in there, man? He spoke before about how, being an analyst, got him to start thinking more once he's inside the ring, and that could be a bad thing, man. You don't want to overthink things. You want to try to make things as simple as possible once you get in the ring, man. And I think Terence Crawford could take advantage of that, man. A lot of people, don't think Terence is who he say he is. And we'll find out, you know what I'm saying? If he's not, we will definitely find out, because Showtime Shawn Porter is definitely going to, bring it to him. And if Terence Crawford cannot handle that smothering pressure that Porter is going to put on him, then he could be in for a long night, man. We're going to be able to tell very quickly if Terence is going to be overwhelmed by Shawn Porter. If Shawn Porter is physically stronger than Crawford, we may be in for a long night, man, because I believe Shawn is going to have to come with that smothering style that, go in there and rough you up. People call him a football player or whatever you want to say. He's going to have to bring that style against Terence Crawford, man, because if he sit there and try to box on the outside, I think Terence will pick him apart. The punching power definitely in Crawford's favor. I believe he got 9 straight knockouts, something like that, and he's on a roll, man, and his confidence is above the roof. He looked a little agitated. He looked a little agitated this week as we approach the weigh-in, which is normal. And Shawn Porter even looked a little, I was surprised to see him look a little agitated at the final press conference, man. He wasn't his usual smiling, grinning face, man. It's like he was forcing it, which is to be expected, but I want to see what these guys look like their body looks like, see if they're, you know, if somebody's really dehydrated, who's sunken in, and you know, I just want to see if these guys are really on weight and really ready to go, man. Excuse me, but yeah, I expect Terence to dominate this fight. I expect the first half of the fight, you know, will be back and forth. You know, back and forth. Shawn will have some good moments. Terence will have some good moments. But I think it is in the second half of the fight that we'll see Terence Crawford start to separate himself. You know, if he is who he say he is, he will start to separate himself from Shawn Porter. And I do believe that, you know, he has the ability to stop Shawn Porter. I think he will be the first to stop Shawn Porter and, you know, take this victory, man, in tremendous fashion. And then we will see, you know, if Errol Spence comes in the ring, if he calls out Errol Spence, or is he going to, you know, continue to play this game like he don't want to fight Spence no more. But we all know Crawford wanted to fight. Crawford wanted the Errol Spence fight, no doubt about it. Everybody knows it. In my opinion, it was Errol Spence who wanted to delay the fight. You know, he even said it himself, man. He wanted to go the PBC route. He wanted to fight, clean up everybody over there, you know what I'm saying, which he has fought everybody over there. So the next step is to fight Terence Crawford should he win this matchup. And, you know, everybody, you know, thinks he will win. You know, Errol Spence is at a point in his career where he kind of needs Crawford now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really talking about him now since he had the eye surgery. You know, he's out of the spotlight and he wants to get back in that spotlight. You know, what are you going to do? Rematch Shawn Porter? Rematch Danny Garcia? You know, he swears never to fight Keith Thurman. You understand what I'm saying? So the Ugas, he could fight Ugas and get that other strap. You know what I'm saying? And that will probably be his move. That will probably be his move if Ugas can get past his mandatory. We do know the WBA denied the fight against Spence and said that Ugas has to fight his mandatory. And, you know, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? The WBA is always stepping in some shit. You know, always seems to be doing their own thing. You know what I mean? But eventually, I think Spence Crawford has to happen. If it doesn't happen next year, it'll never happen. You know, it'll never happen. If it doesn't happen next year, Crawford's already 34 years old, man. You know, and this is the time where, you know, the wheels start to squeak a little bit. You need a little bit more oil, you know what I'm saying, on the machine, you know. And we don't want to see that fight when Crawford's on the downside of his career. Like, we never seen, take Triple G for instance, man. Triple G was knocking out everything. You know, we wanted to see Triple G fight a meaningful fight. Triple G did not get the chance, the opportunity to start fighting meaningful fights until he was like 34, 35, man. And on the other side of his career. You know, we wanted to see him fight these guys between, you know, 30 and 35 is when you're in your prime years, you know, even late 20s, you know. But I don't think he came over to HBO until he was at least 30, you know, at least 30, I believe. Now he's what, in his 40s, 40, 41, 42, something like that. But we don't want to see that happen to Terence Crawford and Earl. You know, we want to see this fight happen sooner rather than later. But yeah, my pick is I am going with Terence Bud Crawford by late stoppage. But don't mistake me. Shawn Porter is a live dog in this fight. Shawn Porter, you know, can win this fight. You know, he can win this fight. But I just think that, you know, Bud is going to be too much for him in the end. But I wouldn't be surprised if Shawn Porter was able to win this fight. The only way he could win this fight, in my opinion, is by knocking Bud out or dropping him multiple times, where he gets a big advantage on the scorecards. But we'll see, man. We will see, man. That's all I got for now. Don't forget, Lil Duke Boy, man, the movie is coming out this year, so be on the lookout for it. Everything's done. We're just waiting on the date to premiere it, and you know, you can put your eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? But stay posted. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at BigFacesWorldWide. You know, it's all one word. Until then, hold me down, baby.